Hello everybody, I'm John Evans and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Thanks for watching. Happy Monday. We're happy to have you in my basement for the next 10 minutes or so, and it's going to be a good one. I can assure you of that. An unprecedented video, actually. Before we get started with that, I want to remind you it's the first Monday of the month. That means we give away free vintage treasure. It's true. At the end of this episode, you'll see what you can win for free. All you have to do is subscribe to the show, which doesn't cost you a single dime, and comment on this very video. You'll be put in the running. Next week, we'll pick a winner. It's that simple. Now, this is unprecedented, I say, because at the end of every summer, we go to Indiana for a citywide garage sale, and all the Goodwill stores and vintage stores and indoor flea markets, and we scour Indiana for stuff and then bring it all back. And so the next 2 weeks, we'll show you the top 20 things we found. But on the way there, we stopped in Cincinnati, Ohio, and visited a friend, my friend Mike, and his beautiful wife, Yvonne, and they're pickers too. Yvonne is a collector, and she loved one of the things I had. It was a textile art from back in the day. And if I have an editor still, they'll probably put the clip in right about now. Our final item, and we all know that the last item is usually the highest profit item, and that is true for this particular piece that I found in Pittsburgh at the red, white, and blue thrift store. Now, I'm going to have to probably get up so you can see this proper, but it is this. Yep, 1970s textile. So, at any rate, if we don't have the clip, it doesn't matter, because they wanted this textile that we had that was in a previous episode. I'm not sure which episode. They said, well, why don't you stop and check out what we have in our storage unit? So a picker got to pick a picker. So he let me pick through all his, nice stuff. And let's take a look at what I found, what I was able to trade, do some good old-fashioned horse trading. First up, these kitty cat salt and pepper shakers, circa 1960s. Conservatively, $15 value. This weird Sylvania light bulb that back in the day, I guess you'd hang that from your ceiling and look startled or confused. And this is and that's worth about $15 on the internet. Next thing, wow, this is crazy. A hand-blown glass camel. I've seen a lot of hand-blown animals. Never seen a camel. Turns out this is Miloslav Janku. This is a Czechoslovakian glass blower. I had to dig deep for that. Next thing, I was able to pry away, and he let me pick until the pile was big and said, "Okay, you're good." To his credit, he gave me a lot of stuff. The value on the tapestry was $200 to $300. So this wood centerpiece, hand-carved wood centerpiece, very interesting. Conservatively worth $20. This interesting. I love plastic fruit. I'm not even going to dispute it anymore. Look at this plastic fruit with the wrought iron. 2 different kinds of grapes? What? This is worth about $20. Conservatively, maybe 15. No, I think, yeah, with the bowl, $20. And I'm doing this really fast. These 2, oh my God, late 50s lamps with the shades intact. Wow. Conservatively, $75 for the pair. And I keep saying conservatively because I don't want it to seem like I rooked this guy. I mean, he's a friend of mine, and he's trying to downsize. So, it helped him, it helped me, but who's going to help this guy? This menacing tiger, psychedelic light. Conservatively, that's worth $15. This one's crazy. This one I really love. I have a thing for Italian pottery and so forth, ceramics. This is Raymor. If you know, you know. That's the thing. He paid $3 for this, but this is a $50 Italian ashtray that doesn't have a chip. The odds of this not having a chip or a crack, this is an easy $50 bill right here. And it's mint. He paid $3 for it. Next thing I got. Oh, this is huge. Whoa. Georges Briard. Let's see. Right there. Did a lot of glassware. This glass serving dish is probably worth between $20 and $30 conservatively. Really nice. No chips, no cracks. Perfect shape. There was tons of art, like red velvet with the stallion. This is, I mean, it might not be your cup of tea. It's like, you know, it's tacky or whatever, but this is like conservatively worth $20. And when you start adding all this stuff up, I'm actually going to get more money than had I sold the textile in the first place. Nice art piece there. $10, $15. Look at this. This is crazy. Original 70s mushroom, half chalkboard, half corkboard. Believe it or not, this is worth about $40 in my booth at the antique mall. Another very nice print. Look at this. It's got some very sad 60s Picasso type qualities. I'm not saying it's a Picasso, but it's a nice print. Sports. 1970s Washington Redskins helmet plaque. And, you know, now they're the Commanders. So this is just a absolute relic from years gone by. Conservatively worth $20. And this is one I loved. And people don't realize, if you find old posters like this Bo Jackson poster, there's a framed sold of this poster, even though it's from 1988. There's a $50, $40 to $50 sold of this. So all in all, an incredible haul. We're down to our last item, I believe, before we reveal what you're going to win for free. Did I do the clown? I don't think I did the clown. I almost forgot. Almost did the last thing. But look at this. Now this is... I don't collect clowns. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I don't collect clowns. If my editor wants to run a montage of all the various clowns I own but don't collect, she can do that. That's within her right to do. But this Brutalist, I think you can say Brutalist with all these wrinkles and so forth. This Brutalist heavy clown statue, sculpture, you know, it's probably conservatively $30 to $40 and a pretty easy sell. And finally, any 1960s glass. They're not as hot as they were. As I bumped into some people at the Braddock flea market last weekend, we discussed that glass isn't as hot as it was, but a set like this, conservatively, So I don't know, add all that stuff up. I think I got a great deal. They're happy because their textile is now in their home. And we're not going to talk numbers because it's irrelevant. I got a good deal. They got a good deal. We're both happy. And get out of your comfort zone. Trade. Do that. Let's see what you can win for free. Remember, you gotta comment on the video and subscribe, and you can win this. There it is. The Little Orphan Annie glass mug by Glass Bake. The company Glass Bake. Look at that. Leaping lizards. Ask someone if you don't know what this is, but this is Little Orphan Annie glass mug. $10, $15 value, courtesy Mid-Mod Money. Comment on this video to win. Thanks for watching. You guys have been great. And remember, always round up.